Hi, I'm Bridget and welcome back to day 28 of 30 days of 10 minutes of yoga. And we're going to get started today in our mountain pose. So walking the feet about hip width distance apart, standing up nice and tall. We let the palms shine forward, closing down the eyes and connecting with the breath. Seeing if you can draw energy upwards from the feet, sending it out through the top of the head. So almost a small, tiny little bend through the knees, drawing the kneecaps up. Slight tuck of the tailbone. Nice and tall through the spine. Nice and long through the neck. Taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. And exhale, let it out through the mouth. When you're ready, just gently blinking the eyes open. We're going to take the feet into a wide-legged stance. So just heel-toeing the feet a little bit wider, bringing the hands to the hips, getting nice and tall through the spine here, tucking the tailbone under. We're going to hinge from the hips to find our forward fold here. So see if you can stay nice and flat through the spine for as long as you can. So almost sending the chest forward before we round through the spine. Moving nice and slowly. And when you get to that point where you can't stay flat through the spine, you're hinging at the hips, you can round forward. Letting the hands come down towards the mat, letting the top of the head drop down towards your mat. Breathing into the backs of the legs. Pressing down into the feet. Nice deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, let it out through the mouth. And then when you're ready, on an inhale, we're going to lift up halfway, so flattening out through the spine. We're going to turn the right toes towards the short edge of our mat and find our triangle pose. So starting to rotate the chest around to the right side over that right leg. Reaching down towards your mat with the right fingertips and then reaching up towards the sky with the left hand. So those right fingertips can stay down on your mat. You can rest the right hand on that right shin or just hover the fingertips above your mat, really active through the core. Breathing deeply here. Pressing into that left foot. And then let's start to bend into that right knee. Bring the arms out to either side. We find our warrior two. Nice generous bend into that right knee. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Check in with the pelvis, pressing the hips forward. And then on an inhale, let's find our peaceful warrior. Flip the right palm, send the fingertips forward, up and back, stretching into the right side body. And exhale, we'll find our extended side angle. We'll bring the right elbow to the right knee and then reach over to the right with the left arm. Maybe looking up, keeping the hips pressing forward. We're pressing down into that left foot. And then let's make our way back to warrior two, sending the arms out long. Nice bend into that right knee. And then let's straighten through the right leg, bring the hands back to the hips, and we turn both toes forward. We come back to that wide-legged stance. So checking out where the hips are here, tuck the tailbone under. Then we're going to start to hinge from the hips, come back to that forward fold. So flatten out through the spine, send the chest forward for as long as you can. And then you can round through the spine. My hair's coming out on my mat. So let the top of the head drop down towards your mat. Taking a nice deep breath. Exhale, let it go. And when you're ready, we're going to lift up halfway, flatten out through the spine. We're going to turn those left toes towards the short edge of our mat this time, and then bring the chest over that left leg. Inhale the right hand up towards the sky. You've got those left fingertips down towards your mat in our triangle pose. You might like to rest the hand on that left shin or just reaching down towards your mat, hovering the fingertips nice and strong through the core as we press the hips forward, press down into the right foot, press down into the left foot. Lifting upwards. And then we'll start to bend into that left knee. We find our warrior two. Send the arms out long. Check in with the hips. We drop the shoulders away from the ears. Opening up through that left knee. We press it open and press the hips forward. On an inhale, we'll find our peaceful warrior. Flip the left palm. Send the fingertips forward, up and back. Breathing into the left side body. And on an exhale, we'll bring the left elbow to the left knee, reaching over with the right hand. Again, we're pressing the hips forward, pressing evenly into both feet. Maybe looking up here. And then pressing back into the left knee. We make our way back to warrior two. Bend into that left knee even more. And then we'll straighten through that left leg. Turn the left toes forward and bring the hands back to the hips. On an exhale, we'll find that forward fold. Send the chest forward, hinging from the hips, and then rounding through the spine. Maybe shaking the head when you get there. Relax the shoulders. And then lifting back up halfway, we're going to heel toe, heel toe, heel toe, the feet back in. A little bit wider than hip width distance apart so that we can turn the toes out and sink the hips down into our yogi squat. So using the elbows to press the knees open, bringing the palms together at heart space. Reconnecting with the breath. Nice and tall through the spine. And we'll take a side body stretch from our yogi squat. So we'll plant the left palm first. Keep that left elbow pressing that knee open. And then inhale up and over, reaching with the right hand. Maybe looking up. Breathing deeply. And then exhale, we bring the right hand back to the mat and take it to the other side. Inhaling up and over with the left arm. Keeping that right arm pressing that right knee open. Breathing into the left side body. And then exhaling that left hand back, either coming back to your yogi squat, so pressing the knees open, bringing the palms together at heart space. If you'd like to take another variation of your yogi squat that's going to make it a little bit deeper, we're going to bring the heels together. So just putting your weight into the hands so that you can bring the heels a little bit closer. Then we're going to reach the arms around the backs of the legs and just bringing the hands to rest behind the heels and then drawing the forehead down towards our mat. This should feel like a really nice release through the lower spine, nice stretch through the back body, nice opening through the hips. So you're either here or in your yogi squat, pressing the knees open with hands at heart space. Staying with the breath wherever you are. And then slowly we're going to make our way to seated. So just sink the hips down onto your mat. Come to a nice, comfortable seated position. And we'll close our practice today from seated. So just closing down the eyes. Find stillness. Relaxing through the body. Becoming really present in this moment. Noticing the breath as it passes. And you can keep the eyes closed here or gently blink them open. We'll close our practice by inhaling the hands up and overhead. Bring the palms together. And exhale the hands down to heart space. Bowing through the head. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in you. Namaste.